Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. My man Grass is one of the several people who submitted and won PayPal Cash through our friends at Evizone for sponsoring a Prof, Hoff channel buff concept awards, essentially. And what I loved about this is that people had to really think outside the box, and there were two separate categories. This was the one that Grass won running away, and that was buffs to champions that aren't in the game yet. And then there was a separate category, buffs for champions that are in the game and deserve either a tune-up or an overhaul. And I know it takes quite a bit of time. It's not like submitting a custom meme or something, even though I still really enjoy doing that with KT1. But one of the champions that Grass said needs to be in the game is Hobgoblin. And I thought to myself, let's make a video out of this. And he also had a new champion for Bullseye, which we're going to cover at some point this week, most likely. And in his mind, first off, Hobgoblin is immune to poison and takes 100% reduced damage to shock. So essentially immune to poison and shock. And then Hobgoblin heals 3.5% of all damage taken by the opponent, which kind of makes me think of like critical hits regarding like Mr. Sinister. Just obviously 3.5% is not that much. Now with the glider attacks, Hobgoblin uses his glider on his mediums, heavy, and some hits on a special one. Glider hits have a 100% chance to incinerate the opponent, dealing 700 damage over 4 seconds. Not much, but maybe it'll add up. The Goblin Bombs. Hobgoblin throws a Goblin Bomb on his heavy, Special 2 and Special 3. Goblin Bombs have a chance to inflict debuffs. A Goblin Bomb debuffs 50% chance to shock, dealing 4,000 damage over 10 seconds. 50% chance to poison, dealing 3,000 damage over 10 seconds, and reduces healing effects by 30%. 30% chance to wither, reducing ability power rate by 30% for 18 seconds. 30% chance to inflict Spectre, reducing healing effects by 80% for 18 seconds. A 20% chance to bleed, dealing 8,000 damage over 10 seconds. And the pre-fight, which is always a big deal when champions have pre-fight. Begin the quest with 2 persistent charges. Spend 1 persistent charge to increase the ability accuracy of a Goblin Bomb, debuff by 100%. Winning a fight grants 2 persistent charges. Possessed passive. Hobgoblin goes into a possessed state when 15 incinerates expire on the opponent. By the way, can you just see how impressively detailed this is, right? Possessed lasts 20 seconds and grants 1,500 additional attack rating and increases the potency of all incinerates by 150%. Possessed grants additional effects on special attacks. Overcharge passive. When shocked, Hobgoblin's glider begins to overcharge. Overcharge doubles the amount of incinerates inflicted on a glider attack and increases their potency by 30%. Heavy attacks, 1 glider attack and 1 Goblin Bomb inflict a Spectre debuff, reducing healing effects by 80% over 18 seconds. I'm sure some people wish that was 100, but you never know. Maybe with synergies you'd get there. Special 1, this uses 5 glider attacks, inflict a Spectre debuff, reducing healing effects by 80% over 30 seconds. Special 2 uses 6 Goblin Bombs. Increase the ability accuracy of all Goblin Bomb debuffs from this attack by 100% and potency by 50%. Special 3 uses 10 Goblin Bombs. This attack places a shock debuff on Hobgoblin, dealing 0 damage over 60 seconds, but you gain a Fury buff for each incinerate on the opponent, increasing attack rating by 400 for 30 seconds. And then the Awakened ability is Madness. Finish a fight while possessed. Activates it for 20 seconds at the start of the next fight. Each persistent charge now grants 250 to 1,000 attack rating. And at the start of the fight, shocked damage deals, again, some percentage over 10 to 30 seconds. Now, I know we already have Green Goblin, and some of you might think that when it comes to the attack, at least, Green Goblin's kind of like Vulture. Some utility, but could use at least a tune-up. Do you think Green Goblin needs an overhaul? I will say this. Green Goblin, I still suck at evading, at dexing his Special 2. I always think that I've got enough room, and guess what? I never do. So Grass, I appreciate the concept and that you kept this short and sweet to where we could have this be about a 5-minute video that's easy to digest, though I appreciate also those of you who tell me that you listen to my videos while you're driving and you prefer them longer because it gives you more things to listen to. My feedback is, while I appreciate that, I still like to keep them short and sweet when I can to not waste time. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks again to Grass for the buff submission concept.